Cthulhu Jack.
Dark Side Power Records presents Memoirs of the Reanimator, Issue 1, The Lovecraft Zone.
Thank you for coming to your senses, gentlemen. I should shoot you both here and let our new specimen suck you dry from the inside out.
Get this vinyl radio drama along with comic book for 30% off now on Etsy. Perfect for Halloween. Click link in the description. Boop. Lucky enough to see this one in the theater again, celebrating summer of '84. Even though this was a fall movie at the time, dropping in October. This Death Wish meets Westworld $6.4 million urban tech noir is where legends derive from.
I'm a friend of Sarah Connor. I was told that she's here.
I'm talking about the Terminator from 1984. Sneaking into the theater as a kid to check out this dime store novel idea turned time travel that hauls along at an atomic pace.
Did you just see a real bright light?
2029 used to be in the far-off distance. With 5 years to go before Skynet decides to turn the key on humanity, why not hang out with this cast of characters who had first crack at changing history? I've been a film editor a long time, and the two things I always keep in mind when cutting are feeling and pacing. They are interchangeable when putting a sequence together, but necessary. If you don't know how to form a proper scene keeping these two ideas in mind, then your end result becomes a lackluster bore. Roger Corman taught many of us, including myself and James Cameron, who worked for him many moons ago. Though I did not work with Cameron until later in life, it was the 7-minute rule, where something moves the plot along, motivating the characters every 7 minutes. The Terminator takes that method and with precise measurement, sends the viewer on a ride where they know nothing about these characters, other than two dudes who appeared from nowhere.
Hey, I think this guy's a couple cans short of a six-pack.
Butt naked and are trying to kill one another in a gal, while knocking out a few randos along the way. It's not until about 40 minutes in you have the first hint on what the larger picture is.
38416, assigned to protect you. You've been targeted for termination.
From this moment, it's about 8 minutes later where we cut to the Terminator who is on the hunt. A chase ensues. Driving this film faster is Brad Feidel's score, which has all those low hum, just under those nervous goosebump tones, to the heart-pounding industrial synth that hammers at you. The sound of the city is quite apparent in the opening and is the unspoken dialogue between all the characters as their development grows in that first 40 minutes.
Sarah Connor?
Whether it be off-camera remarks,
"Nice going, kid. How to give you the tip?"
to her sitting alone in a restaurant where the TV behind her at the bar happens to ease in on her radar.
Don't touch it!
Everyone here feels relatable down to Trexler handing off his chronic cigarette to Volkovich, only to watch him take a puff. That's just what pals do.
How do I look?
Like shit, boss.
Yo, mama.
Revisiting this old friend of 40 years,
You're a terminated fucker.
I felt right at home. I still remember buying my first navy blue trench coat at the local Army-Navy store where all my duds came from. Reese may have been out of his own time, but he added something dear to ours.
There's a chance to meet the legend. Sarah Connor.
With the relationship between he and Sarah,
I came across time for you, Sarah. I love you.
we still feel the cosmic ripples from that first kiss. So, when you hear that eternal catchphrase,
I'll be back.
yes, he may be back again and again,
You see how clever this part is? How it doesn't require a shred of proof?
but we'll always have big buns to go back to. That for me is a time capsule worth revisiting. Until next time.
Look at it this way, in 100 years, who's gonna care?
I also wanted to give a shout out to our YouTube members. Thank you for the support. And Hail Cthulhu!